Hello webmasters and welcome to another tutorial from the WordPress website wiki series. Today we're going to be looking at one of our WordPress guide tutorials. As usual, you can find all the guides on our website. Today I will be looking at how to add a navigation bar menu. So let's jump right into it. A navigation bar menu is the menu at the top of your website. So here you can see this is my navigation bar menu. I have got the home and I have got four key parts of my website, which is the way my website is structured. My website is structured in silos. So I've got each category here would then have sub pages linking sub pages relevant to that particular topic. So those are my main topics, and that is what you should have on a navigation bar in a website. It is probably one of the most important elements of your website, the navigation bar, and you usually do it once you have your website structure planned out. Okay, so because it's useless doing random menu items up here and then having to change them. So once you have a clear idea of how you're going to structure your website and what are the important pages that need to be up here, you can then create your navigation bar menu. Keep in mind also that one of the features WordPress offers is that it can allow you to have sub menus. I don't have any sub menus in mine. However, if I go into another website, let's say the SEO Journal website, which is one of my favorite websites for SEO research. In each section, they do actually have a lot of submenus where they link to the most important pages. Normally, a website has more than one navigation menu. Keep in mind that apart from the main menu at the top, you usually have another menu at the bottom of the site, which is known as the footer menu. And you can see mine here, where I have my copyright note and then some other pages which are more of an administrative nature, my privacy policy, my disclaimer, and contact me and my about me page. Okay, so I've got the footer menu there as well. Today, however, I will be discussing how to create the main navigation menu. There is a distinction between the navigation bar and the menu itself. In this tutorial, I will be looking at the menu. The navigation bar is this whole thing, and I will show you this in another tutorial. Here, we're just creating the menu for now. And what I suggest is that you first create the menu, and then once that's done, you create the navigation bar. Because while you are creating the navigation bar, it will ask you to insert the menu, and like that, you'll have the menu ready. Okay, so let's see how to do the menu, navigation menu itself on WordPress. As usual, we're going to start from our WordPress dashboard. On the left-hand side, you've got the menu, and we are going to click on Appearance, and then in the Appearance, we're going to choose the Menus section. So click on the Create a New Menu up there. And the first thing we see is the menu settings. So in the menu settings, you can either choose under display location, you can either choose if we're going to be doing the primary menu, which is the menu that you'll see up top in your header of the website, or the off canvas menu, which is the footer menu usually seen at the bottom of websites. In our case, we're going to be doing a primary menu, so we click on that and we give the menu a name. Here we change the title to navigation or top menu, right? So that we can easily identify it. And we'll click on the create menu button. Okay, now it's created. So here we've got it created the menu, and now we have to populate the menu. To add the pages to this menu, as you can see in the left-hand side box, we have pages. We actually have pages, posts, custom links, or categories, which we can all add to our navigation menu, top menu. In my case, I always like to choose pages, so I go into the pages, I select the view all tab so that I can see all my pages. Now remember, the pages that are not yet published will not show up in this list of pages for the menu option. So if you want to add a page which is not yet published, you will have to click on publish. Don't worry if it's not um, fully ready yet. You can update it later, or if you want to add it to the menu just to see how it looks, you can publish it quickly. Alternatively, just take a note, and when you do publish the page, you can come back here and just add it to your menu. So to edit the menu in WordPress, we go back to the menu structure section here of each page. So if I click on the home page, for example, or WordPress tips page, and the privacy policy page, and I click on the add to menu, these pages will be added to my top menu here. Now, when you click on the drop down in each of these sections, you have some further options here. You've got the navigation label. So the navigation label is the label you will see at the on the actual menu. So if you look at my site here, you will see that the navigation labels are home, domain names, WordPress tutorials, content creation, SEO guides. So even though the actual names might be of the pages might be different, the navigation you can do the navigation label anyway. Like I personally prefer to keep them the same as the URL I have added because these are keyword optimized. Here you can also, it gives you also the option to move the pages around. So if I click on down one, the WordPress tips label will be first on the menu and the home will be second. Obviously, I don't want that. I would start with the home. But when you come to the second and third, so for example, privacy policy, which in reality I wouldn't put at the top but at the bottom actually. Let's remove this and I will show you that there's the option to remove it here, as you can see. So if you choose a page by mistake and you press remove, it will get removed. And instead I want to add, for example, let's go down here. All right, let's say an SEO guide and the content creation guide. So I tick those and I do add to menu and they will come up here. Now home will be the first, WordPress tips will be second. If I want SEO guide to be second, all I have to do is click up one and then click up one again and you can see home SEO guide is second. Okay, and then you can remove or any one of these. If I press cancel, nothing happens. It just closes. You can also close it from up here. But if I close all of them here, I can see. So my current menu is home, SEO guide, WordPress tips, and content creation course. One thing to keep in mind with regards to the navigation label is that you will probably come back to this later and change the navigation label to suit your needs, in the sense that you have to keep in mind that by default WordPress will label the menu items using the same names as you have chosen for the page titles. So even the page title, if the page title was a very big page title, then it won't look good in the menu. So you will have to adjust that. For example, content creation course might be too long for my menu. In fact, even though the page is called content creation course, and by default WordPress gave me content creation course as the navigation label, you will see that in my actual site, if I go into my actual, you will see that it's just content creation. So course is not included. So my actual menu doesn't have course. So I would, for example, remove that and just press the arrow up, and that's done. It will automatically stay like that. Obviously, you have to remember to always click on save the save menu option. Now, another feature I can add here. So let's say I have chosen my four main menu, but there's some super important page that I would like to have included in my main menu. However, I don't want it in the main section. I want it as a drop down. So, for example, let's say where I've got WordPress tips, I want to include. Actually, that's a post, so I don't want the post page, so let me remove this. Okay, instead I want the actual WordPress tutorial page, so I'm going to add it. But inside of that, let's say I want to because for me, I feel it's a very important keyword, so I want to pass also the link juice from the home page to this main page. So let's say it's one of the most important page, the SEO plugin, let's say. So I have clicked both of them, and I'm going to add the menu. Now, my main menu title is obviously WordPress tutorials, and I want WordPress SEO plugin, obviously not that big, so maybe I would do it WordPress SEO plugin, just that. So that's how it's gonna show. I want this menu to be below the WordPress tutorial menu, such that when you click on it, you will have a drop down. All I need to do here is, you see my mouse suddenly changes into a cross. That means I can move it around. Now, if I shift it slightly to the right, you see it shifts to the right. This page, WordPress SEO plugin, has become a sub item. So it is now a sub item, which means it's a sub menu of the WordPress tutorials menu. Again, you save, and when you go into the menu, it will be a sub heading. I don't To be honest, I don't really like to do a lot of subheadings, but if you have a very big website with a lot of pages and you have some critically important pages that you want um, to be featured in the main menu, this would be a good way to do it. Also, because apart from adding SEO value, it will also add value to the users who can find the main pages directly from the menu item.